boom, 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 boom,
Hey everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and it is, ooh, what date? We are the 12th. We are December 12th, and it's about 5:30 in the evening. Okay. Get comfortable here. All right. I've been busy all day. I've been trying to get stuff together. Because Christmas is coming. I'm like been working in my little Christmas book. You guys who watch, I think I made a video showing this for last Christmas. I always make a little Christmas book, so that way when I go shopping, whether it's at a store or online, I have it here. I put everything in here. I put a little pin in it like this, and I go shopping. This way I have everybody's name written in here and what I'm going to buy them. This way I don't go and I just buy things that I shouldn't, because we all know we spend a lot of money during Christmas. I have our Christmas party, like what we're going to be serving, where we're getting it catered from, the people that are coming, you know, all that stuff. So I've been working in that. Anyway, that's not what this video is on. This video is on a book review. And this book has been on my list. One of my coven sisters showed this book, and then she gifted it, and she did this some time ago, and I totally forgot about it. And I have put it in my, that's not it. This one right here. This is my, I know, I have all these little books. I have another one. Wait for it. This one. These little books I buy, and I keep in my purse. So these are books like that I want. I've showed y'all this before. These are books that I want, and then as I buy them, I scratch them off, because I have the tendency of buying the same book over and over and over again. And I come home like, oh my gosh, I got the Plains of Passion. Oh, I'm sorry, Passion. A Passage. The Plains of Passage. And I look and I'm like, well, gee, I have 2 more of those here. So I buy a lot of the same book. And I try to complete series like, you know, Stephen King series, Anne Rice, the Harry Potter. Like the Harry Potter, you know how many of those books I bought? How many Prisoner of Azkaban that I had? I come home all excited, like, hoo-hoo! And I'm like, well, goddamn, I already got 2 other ones there. I'm just like that. I don't remember. And so writing this little book like this helps me, like Dan Brown's books. These are all the books that I wanted of his, and as I buy them, I highlight them, and so that way when I go book shopping, I can take this out and I know. Then I have a section here for all of my witchy books. And then I write all the books that I want. And then what I also do is I go through and I look them up on Amazon, and I'll put the price on Amazon next to it. So as I'm searching for books, if I'm at a store and I see that it's cheaper on Amazon, I will just wait and get on Amazon. Like this one here, The Mountain Magic by Eden McCoy. That book is $95 on Amazon. I really want that book, so I really need to search and find that book used or something. Like, why is that book so expensive? And why do I have to have it? Anyway, so I have lots of witchy books here that I want. And so I had written in here, and I totally forgot about it. So when my coven sister, gifted it to my other coven sister for her birthday, I was like, that's that book I want. Anyway, I know y'all are like, get to the book, get to the book. The book is this, it's Llewellyn's complete book of correspondences. I think y'all seen this book floating around. A lot of witches have this book. Llewellyn's, she has so many interesting books. This is by Sandra Kynes. And this is a comprehensive and cross-reference resource for pagans and Wiccans, you know, according to this. Now, this book, before I talk a little in detail in this book is not just for pagans and Wiccans. I think that that's one of the reasons that kind of turns people off when they see that, you know, pagans and Wiccans, like, well, I'm not a pagan or a Wiccan, but this book is a really good resource for any practice in witch and any magical practice or religion. Because in every practice, regardless of what it is that you practice, we use corresponding things, whether it's, you know, a tarot card, runes, trees, herbs, crystals, minerals. You know, we use something. Or if we're using our spirit animal / totem animal, or if we're using plants, whatever it is, we are using some form of resource. Now, some witches use certain days of the week, certain times, certain colors. They use certain animals. So, you know, it's not just geared for pagans and Wiccans. Pagans and Wiccans is a little more structured practice. So I get that part, but as any practice in which we do use corresponding things. So this book is filled with information that I think any witch would benefit from. There is something in here for everyone. This book is 552 pages, and it's about 2 inches thick, 2 or 3 inches thick. And it's about 8.5 by 11, like the same size of a copy paper. And it's broken down into 7 chapters. Before I show you the chapters, it says here this book was $34.99 US, but I got it on Amazon for, I think, $21, $22 or so. No more than $25, I don't think. I did not pay $34.99. But I did pay between $20 and $25, I can't remember. You can also, this book is also on Google Play and on Kindle, the ebooks. And the ebooks run you about $17. So you definitely, and if you have a Kindle or a Nook, like I have a Nook, sometimes they will send you a sample of the book so you can read it to see whether or not you want to purchase a book. But it's a really good buy. So it's broken down into 7 chapters. It has the basic introduction, which is nice. This is the author here. That's Sandra Kynes. She just kind of talks about her. She's more spiritual. And it has in here other books by her. She has Gemstone Feng Shui, A Year of Ritual, Whispers from the Woods, Your Altar, Sea Magic, and Change at Hand. Though I'm sure she might have other ones, but that's all that's listed there. A dedication, the table of contents, 7 chapters. You have your basic, first chapter is, you have your basic introduction, which the introduction is quite interesting. I'm one of those people that read from one page to, like, front to back. The introduction is really interesting because it talks to you about how to use this book. Like, why do we use magical correspondences? Why do we use the thing? Like, why do we have to have that? You know, a lot of people don't understand, like, when you're first starting out, well, why do I have to use this? Why do I have to use that? You know, do I need to use a crystal along with an oil? Do I need to use this? And why is it important to do this at midnight? Or can I do this, you know, at lunchtime? Or can I do... So this book kind of breaks it down, like why we use magical correspondence. Whether you agree with it or not, it does break it down. It also breaks it down how the book is organized and interpreting all of the entries in here. So I find it really interesting. Okay, so then it goes into chapter 1. Chapter 1 has issues, intentions, and powers. Chapter 2 is the planet kingdom, and it talks about trees, herbs, garden plants, and shrubs, and miscellaneous plants, which, you know, we all use plants and herbs and roots, and especially if you're one who really uses trees and flowers like I do, you know, definitely that information is in here. Chapter 2 is the mineral kingdom. We all use, well, most of us use crystals, gemstones and minerals, metals, and from the sea. So I do like from the sea because a lot of us use like seawater or sand or seashells. This breaks it all down how to use, like if you have a bunch of seashells, no, I can't say that shit, that I can barely speak, okay, so I can't do it. They're like, just stop. But if you're a person who likes to use shells in your craft, then this breaks it down like how you would use it. 'Cause some people are like, well, I have all these shells and I don't know how to use it. Well, this breaks it down like how you would use it, what Sabbath it could be corresponded with if you celebrate Sabbaths, or if you go by zodiac or by elements or by directions or by altar, whatever it is, it tells you how to use it. Chapter 4 is the animal kingdom. So it has animals, birds, marine life, reptiles, insects, and miscellaneous and mythical creatures. Chapter 5 is deities and other beings. So goddesses, gods, magical beings, and spirits, and angels. Chapter 6 is astrological and time reckoning, the zodiac, the solar system, the moon phases, the full moons, the seasons, the days of the week, the times of day, celebrations, the Agums and Celtic tree calendar, the runes and the runic half months. Chapter 7 is miscellaneous, the elements, the directions, colors, the energy, yin and yang, chakras, numbers, and the tarot, minor and major arcana. So this book it's all broken down into charts, okay? Charts and graphs. So I'm going to show you where it starts. Okay, all of this right here talks about the introduction. From here down is all the correspondings. So it starts on page 11. So from page 11 to page 451 is all corresponding information. It's amazing like how much stuff is in here. So let's just say, for example, let's find one. The trees. Okay, we're under trees here. If you have a cedar tree, it breaks it down. Cedar tree, and it has all the folk names of cedar tree. So of course every herb, root, flower all has folk names. So it breaks all that down. The zodiac that's tied to that tree, the celebration. So it's celebrated. These cedar trees are mostly recognized in Beltane, Embolic, Mabon, and Yule. The elements, which is air, earth, fire, and water. The solar system, the day of the week, and the energy. Then it also tells you the direction, the goddesses, the gods and goddesses that are connected to this tree, the chakra, the magical creatures, which would be elves, the mythical, which is the phoenix and the thunderbird, the bird itself, and then it has the issues, intentions, and powers. So it tells you what this particular tree is good for, what you can use it for. If you're trying to create a spell or a ritual surrounding cedar, it can help you here with that. So they're all broken down into charts. Do y'all see that? That's what the whole book is broken into, charts like this. There's no beating around the bush. It's really simple. It's simple and straight to the point. I like that. It has, now here's another one, like crystals. Crystals is another thing. A lot of us witches love crystals. Why do they have to give crystals names like the freaking dinosaurs? Who gave that person that job? Because they suck. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like in college. Like, can we just have a class that we just learn the names of dinosaurs and crystals? Because, yeah. Okay. I was like, what is that noise? I think I hear somebody taking their trash cans out. My husband says I have dog hearing, right? And I'm like, well, what animal can't hear? Because that's the kind of hearing you have. He's like, hey. I'm like, well, you don't. I said, you have selective hearing. Okay, so this has, oh, my baby jade. So it has the gemstone jade. It has the zodiac that's connected to it. Oh, and look, it has her. Jade is an Aries, and that's what she is. She was born in April. Okay, the solar system, the celebration, it's connected to Letha, the energy, the direction, the tarot, the goddess, the magical, the magical creatures, which are the fae. They're attracted to jade. Oh, they love my baby. They're like the stone. Not her, but she is a little jewel. The moon, the elements, the chakras, the numbers, the god, and then of course it talks about what you can use jade for, the intentions and powers and issues behind it. And, and it just talks about you can use for abundance and balance, business. I mean, there's so much on here. They also talk about blue jade and brown jade. So, and one, if you are, like here they have the animal section. So whatever your spirit animal is, okay, if you have a spirit / totem animal, and you want to set up a special little area for your animal, like for example, they have horse. If you're connected to horses, and for whatever reason you're connected to them, you want to have a little section for them, like an altar for them or something, then it has here the zodiac, the celebrations. Again, it's all broken down to the runes, the herbs, the gods and goddesses that are linked to horses, the solar system, the elements that are connected, the mythical creatures that are connected to horses, and then what the horse means, like what it means behind it, and then a white horse. Now also, if you're trying to use animals in your practice, if you want to do something, if you want to, like for example with horses, if you are going to celebrate, let's see, the celebrations here are part of Letha, Midsummer's Eve. Okay, so if you are going to set up an altar for Letha, however you want to pronounce it, if you want to set up an altar for that, or not even an altar, you just want to do something to celebrate, and you're just going to do it that one night, what can you do? And if you are going to set up a little altar, what can you put on there? You want to put some things. If you have a little horse, you can put a little horse behind it. Or maybe you decide, you know what, I'm going to go horseback riding. It's all connected to it. So it has so many animals on here, not just like the ones that we always hear about, like, all the witchy animals, like the owls and the cats, and this has different, like gorillas, groundhogs, goats and hippopotamus, hyenas, jackals, kangaroos. You know what? I know it's way off topic, but I saw a picture on Facebook of this kangaroo. He is so like a bodybuilder. Like, he's got these muscular arms, and he's got these abs. I'm like, why do they look like that? Like, have I not looked at a kangaroo that close before? Like, they are so, like, He-Man. They're so, like, muscular. Like, what do they got? Like a special kangaroo gym that they go to? Like, how do they get so strong like that? Like, that's crazy. But then again, you think about a horse, and a horse is all muscle. So I'm just like, I was like, look at that. It's all cut. Literally all cut up. Like, I was like, dang. Anyway, let's get back. Reindeers, rats, raccoons. They got all kinds of animals. So, and then of course the I would say direction. My daughter's like, it's direction, Mom. Jade and I should do one of those. Jade and I and her father, Derek. We should do one where we pronounce words like direction. I always say direction, but she's always like telling me it's direction. And there's certain words that like, okay, Derek says, I can't remember what I was telling him. He was telling me when I was sick and I was throwing up a lot, and he goes, you need to go get you some Gatorade. What the hell is a Gatorade? Gatorade, right? But he calls it Gatorade. And I was like, he was being so serious, and I was just like, don't laugh. Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. He's being serious, right? I'm like, okay, go give me some Gatorade. And just like certain, I'm so mean. Certain words like that, like I say, latrine. Jade says lantern. I say latrine. I don't know. It's just like, whatever, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So, we need to do one of those. That would be so funny. Here's one for days of the week. Some of these, some witches like to do spells certain days of the week. So if you're one of those witches that you feel like on Monday is Magical Monday, and that's when you want to do your spell work, this breaks it down. Also, things that you can use to correspond for that day. Like on Mondays, it's really good for like spell work for astral realm, clairvoyance, creativity, dream work, emotions, family, fertility, healing, home, illumination, inspiration, intuition, love, magic, general moon, prophecy, protection, and psychic ability, travel, and truth. I'm sure there's more to it, but those are certain days. So every day breaks it down to like, you know, what you would use. Like on Fridays, if you really want to do, to stick to doing certain spells on certain days and using certain tarots or using ruins or you know, if you do astrological magic with the moons and the planets, or if you're into colors or numbers, it breaks it down. Or if you're one who works with crystals, it tells you what crystals, or with gods or goddesses, you know. So this really is such a great book to help with all that. It breaks down colors, like not just basic colors, it has like crimson and gold and gray and the corresponding things to it. So like for example with copper, it's associated with Archangel Michael, and the powers behind that color is for business, energy goals, growth, professional, and money. So if you're trying to do a spell for any of those things and you know that you can do it on this day and you can use this color, you don't have to have this. No, you don't. But it's nice. It's nice to have it. I mean, this really does help when you are trying to create your own spells and you're trying to create your own rituals, whether you're doing it, whether you are a solitary witch or in a coven. This is a great tool to have. In the back here, in the appendix, it has guides to plants, and it's all in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for a particular plant and you don't want to look through all the correspondings, and you're like, well, you know, I have some nutmeg, what can I use it for? And then it tells you right here, you know, what pages to look it under to find it. It also has the index. Like again, if you are looking, the index is great. So if you're looking to do something, you're looking to do a beauty spell, it has beauty, and it has all the number of pages that beauty is connected to a certain corresponding thing, or business, awareness. Like it's broken down to so many things. It has about, just so y'all can see. Okay. Okay, so this many pages right here, that many pages is all broken down into things like this. If you're looking for a particular thing, it tells you what you're looking for and then all the pages you can find it. So it's got a lot of stuff. So if you're looking for, you know, dragonflies, you know, then there's all these pages you can use to correspond a dragonfly into your spell work. So this is a really good book to help you in your craft. I really do recommend this book. It says here, get more at morelewellens.com. So visit us online and browse hundreds of our books and decks, plus sign up to receive you can sign up to get a e-newsletter. I love getting, I always sign up to get their emails, because the emails are full of great information. The emails here says that it's full of tarot readings, spell of the day, moon phases, recipes, spells, and tips, blogs, encyclopedia, author interviews, articles, and upcoming events. That's at lewellens.com. And that's LLEWELLYNS.com. Get social with, they're on Facebook and they're on Twitter. And then you can get more of Llewellyn's books. Her ordering information. So it tells you here how to order online or order on phone or order by mail. Then they have here free catalog. To order a free catalog, it's called New World. It's free catalog, guys. To order, call 1-877 World. So NEWWRLD, extension 8236, or visit the website. Okay, right here. See that? So you might want to screenshot that. Let me hold it as flat as I can so you can see. Okay. I'm going to get on there and order me a free catalog. Okay. Then she has some samples of other books, 365 Days of Crystal Magic. Oh, okay. So these are the pictures of the books that she has in the front. This is the picture of the book and then information on the book. And then she has Your Altar. I bet this was a good one too. To talk about how to set up altars. Oh, and it has the price of the books too. That one's $15.95. This other one was $17.99. Whispers from the Woods. That one is $19.99. And this one is Llewellyn's Complete Book of Names for Pagans, Witches, Wiccans, Druids, Heathens. What is this? Thinkers of all sorts who are curious about names from every place and every time. This is just a book of, okay, this is just a book of names, and they're put into category and what they mean, the sun and moon, the 5 elements. So basically, like, this corresponding book is like to a crystal or to a plant or whatever it is. She breaks it down. So if your name is Bob, then she will have it broken down in a little chart like this, what that means. That's interesting. That is $49.99. Good Lord. And then that's it. That be it, folks. Good book. Really, really good book. I am finding myself, every time I'm reading this book, I'm just like, wow. You know, like, it's so good. So definitely, if you're looking to find a new book to help you create spells, create your altar, create rituals, I do really recommend this book. This has a lot of great information. This keeps you from having to, like, look up so much. Everything is right here. So anyway, alright guys, I hope y'all like that. I'm going to be making a few more videos here, but I think I need to take my daughter to get her some food first. And then I'm going to come back and probably do 2 more videos. Alright guys, as always, love y'all all, and blessed be.